At exactly this moment, nothing dramatic happened, yet the future quietly bent, unnoticed by the people standing there. No sirens, no headlines, just air moving and time choosing a different direction without asking anyone for permission. The room was ordinary, dim light, dust floating, a clock ticking like it always had before this day. Someone shifted their weight, someone else breathed, and history slipped between those breaths without ceremony, without witnesses, unnoticed. Later, experts would argue dates, causes, names, but none of them were here then to feel it happen. They would miss the silence, the smallness, the terrifying calm of the change as it quietly took hold. Because world-changing moments rarely announce themselves with fire or noise, they arrive softly, dressed as ordinary seconds. And that is why this one passed like a breath, exhaled forgotten immediately, unreplayed, unrecorded, unshared, unmarked forever.
I was there, though I did not know what I was witnessing until much later, looking back, trembling. It felt like nothing, which is how the biggest things often feel when they first enter your life. I remember thinking about something trivial, something painfully small, while the world quietly rewrote its rules around us. That thought still follows me, heavy and unfinished, because responsibility can arrive disguised as a shrug.
From this point forward, consequences multiplied, invisible at first, spreading through systems, minds, borders, generations, futures, silently, endlessly. A single quiet shift began echoing outward, reshaping everything it touched without resistance, without applause, without witnesses. Pause. Maps did not change that day, but paths did inside decisions, inside inventions, inside fears, inside hopes, people. The future learned to walk a new route without asking permission from anyone, especially those alive right then. Years later, effects would surface suddenly, shocking everyone who traced them back to this unremarkable moment, forgotten, dismissed. They would search for drama and find only silence because the truth was too quiet to notice then. History books prefer fireworks, but reality prefers whispers that slip past attention, past memory, past blame, past control. This was a whisper strong enough to bend centuries without breaking, without warning, without asking, without stopping, ever.
Sometimes I wonder if noticing it would have changed anything, or if the weight was always unavoidable, fixed. That thought is heavier than ignorance because it suggests responsibility does not require awareness, consent, readiness, courage, forgiveness. We like to believe choice comes with clarity, but it rarely does, especially when history is holding breath. The day that changed everything looked like any other day until consequences began speaking loudly, relentlessly, everywhere, forever.
So remember this feeling of stillness and unease because it often marks the hinge where eras quietly turn. The day history changed did not ask to be seen, and it did not wait for applause, remembrance. It simply happened, and the world followed slowly, reluctantly, inevitably, reshaped, redirected, redefined, altered, forever, quietly, deeply, completely. That is how the biggest changes arrive unnoticed, uncelebrated, unrecorded, yet permanently, undeniably, shaping everything that comes after. If this story resonated, stay curious, notice the quiet, and support the channel by liking, sharing, subscribing, and leaving a comment.